Hello everybody, my name is Vera Chikezie-Oke and I'm the lead sexologist for Wholesome Sexuality. Here we talk about sex as it affects you, your life, your family, your relationship with yourself, your spouse, and your God. Have you liked, have you subscribed, have you shared? Like, I'm beginning to sound like a broken record right now. Share. You don't need my permission, just be sharing it. Just know that someone might need this and that person might just be on your timeline. While you're at that, let's talk about sex.
Just can't tell it all.
And we're back. See, in this line of sexology, sexuality, sex parts, intimacy, I get to do a lot of research. And in one of my researches, I came across this word. And I'm like, what does it mean? Don't worry, pipe blue, I'll talk to you about it. Today, we're talking about anorgasmia. Anorgasmia. Sounds strange, right? Some people are pros, they already know what to say. Some people are experiencing it and really don't know that it has a name for it. So you see, at the mention of that name, every knee must bow. Yes, when we mention the name of Jesus, every other thing will bow. Anorgasmia is a medical term for the inability to achieve orgasm despite adequate sexual stimulations and arousal. It affects both men and women, yes. The fact that he had an ejaculation does not mean that he had an orgasm. I'm going to do a different video on that aspect because a lot of people mistake ejaculation as orgasms. They are two different things, two different feelings, two different terminologies. It can be a source of significant distress for those who experience it. Anorgasmia can be primary, where an individual has never been able to achieve orgasm. It can be secondary, where you've previously achieved or experienced orgasm and for some reason or the other, you're no longer able to achieve orgasm. So let's dive into the causes of anorgasmia. As always, they will always be psychological and they will always be physiological. Psychological has to do with the mind. So one of the factors, psychological factors, is stress and anxiety, traffic, no lights, no fuel, stress at work, no food, blah, blah, blah economy, right? You're stressed. Sex is the last thing on your mind. And when you're not mentally involved in it, the ability to get an orgasm is low. Depression. Depression is another mental condition that affects and impacts sexual performance, function, and desire. Relationship issues, unresolved issues. I keep saying is communicate with your spouse. Unresolved issues have their ways of seeping into your relationship, thereby affecting your emotional state, thereby affecting your sexual desire. Then let's go into the medical conditions that affect or cause anorgasmia. Number one will be hormonal imbalancing. So issues with hormones such as low testosterone or thyroid problems can impact sexual health. Neurological conditions affecting your nervous system such as multiple sclerosis or spinal cord injuries can interfere with the ability to have an orgasm. Chronic illness, diseases such as diabetes, cancer, cardiovascular conditions can affect sexual function and orgasm. The abuse or use of medical substances or medications. Certain medications including antidepressants, antihypertensives, and some of the hormonal treatments can have side effects and impact sexual function. Substance use, alcohol, recreational drugs affect arousal and orgasm. Overuse or dependence on these substances can exaggerate the problem. Like I always say, follow come na better pass. Natural, as God created you. God did not make a mistake. Sexual dysfunction like vaginismus. In women, vaginismus, which is the involuntary contraction of the vaginal muscles, can make penetration difficult and impact the ability to reach orgasm. I mean, there's no penetration. if they are struggling with penetration, the mental aspect of the woman is also affected, and she's also going through physical pain, psychological pain, and pressure. There's no room for orgasm. Then we also have genital trauma. Erectile dysfunction in men can affect the ability to achieve orgasm, although it's a separate issue from anorgasmia itself. But erectile dysfunction can also affect his reaching orgasm. Physical factors, genital trauma or surgery, yes. Some genital mutilation or circumcision can actually affect sexual function. Chronic pain conditions, I mean, all these things I'm talking about, they are just numerous, plenty, but they're not there to scare you. They're just there to bring awareness to you that this thing exists. So now we're going to talk about how to have a proper diagnosis and evaluation of what it is. So a medical history will need to be taken, physical examination by your medical doctor, psychological evaluation also by your counselor or therapist. What are the treatment options? Psychotherapy, sex therapy, counseling. Medical treatment, when if it's a medical induced condition, you also need to talk to your medical doctor. Thereby, he might need to reduce your medication, adjust your medication to suit your body system to help you have a good sexual experience. Change your lifestyle. If your problem is stress induced, change your lifestyle. Kegel exercises helps with your genitals and your pelvic floor. Sexual aids. Now, if you notice, I was careful when I said that. I did not say toys. I said aids. There are sexual aids medically prescribed for people with chronic conditions. For instance, people that have spinal cord injuries and, things as chronic as that. There are sexual aids prescribed for that. Sometimes it might actually require a medical procedure. So just in conclusion, anorgasmia is a complex condition with various potential causes ranging from psychological factors to medical conditions. So addressing it typically involves comprehensive approaches that includes medical evaluation, psychological evaluation, lifestyle change, and also seeking psychological help. So if you're experiencing this, get help. But just in case you do not know, an orgasm is not compulsory to have a beautiful sexual experience. So this video is not to put you under any form of pressure. It's just to bring you an information that lets you know that this condition exists. But like I said in the beginning, at the mention of that name, see you in the next video.